So I think most of the people have attended, joined this class. I think all have joined the class because time limit is very short. And because of that, I am going to start. Am I audible to all of you? Hello.
Yes, sir. Pranam,
Okay.
sir.
और सुभद्रा ज्वाइन कर लियो? Very good.
Yes, sir.
Okay. तो हमने पिछले बार जो हम लोगों ने पढ़ाई किया प्रेगनेंसी के बारे में, प्रेगनेंसी डायग्नोसिस के बारे में, तो क्या आप अपने से पढ़े थे थ्योरी का? कुछ पढ़े थे? कुछ कोई दिक्कत?
Yes, sir. पढ़े थे कुछ।
अच्छा,
हाँ,
कुछ
उधर
कोई क्वेरी अगर है तो यू कैन आस्क, यू कैन डिस्कस।
सर वो प्लेसेंटोम थोड़ा सा बता दीजिएगा सर।
ओके, ठीक है। प्लेसेंटोम्स में क्या होता है? इट इज ए कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ टू पार्ट्स, मैटर from maternal and fetal part. Fetal part is having cotyledons part, and maternal part is having caruncles crypt. These crypt and these fetal cotyledon parts are by the process of interdigitization methods. It combines and it forms the placentomes, and through which gaseous or food are crossed to the fetus, growing fetus. At the time of placenta, sometimes animal suffer from the retention of placenta after parturitions. In that circumstance, due to this interdigitization combination, due to interdigitization, it is very difficult to detach, and certain factors are involved in retention of placenta. I will discuss later on, but first of all, I make to you understand that what is placentomes. Placentomes is a combinations of fetal part and maternal part in the form of a cotyledons or maternal caruncles in the form of crypts, form crypts like this. Picture I can show you here. You have actually, this is the clinical aspects. So this is already have been taught in the theory classes. This is practical oriented classes. I will not go deep in the why and how. I will discuss about the diagnosis. So when you will examine the cow for the pregnancy diagnosis at the month of 3 months, you will find a potato-like enlargement of some mass, and this is placentomes. Sometimes it become very large, become more than the potato, it will be a coconut size. So it will be like that something is floating in the fluids. And you imagine when you are ballooning balloon, if you are filling water inside the balloon, and after that when you are filling, that filling will you feel while you are going to per rectal examination of pregnancy diagnosis at 3 months or 3 or 4 months up to, and for the early, when sometimes you will be asked by honor to examine the early pregnancy diagnosis exclusively at 35 days. So what will be the point to be remembered while going to confirm the pregnancy status of the animals? You will just know you will come to know the differentiation in the size of horn. The horn which is asymmetry or the asymmetry in the horn particularly which is larger than the other horn, it means that asymmetry, and due to that horn will have early fetus. It will be 35 days. It will be embryo sacs will be theirs, and that's the reason that the uterine horn will be asymmetry at 35 days. But on 40 days, the easily by you are pinching when your index finger and thumb, when you will hold the fetal membranes, that will slip. You cannot grasp very firmly because this is very slippery. Fetal membrane will be slipped because fetal membrane is having three fetal membranes, you know, amnion and a chorion, allantois. These are the fetal membranes. These are the fetal membranes. This will not, you cannot pinch it, and it will be slip from your thumb, in between thumb and index finger. So it is a very early sign of pregnancy diagnosis when you are going to examine at 40 days the fetal membrane, or at 60 days the fetal membrane will slip. This is the pertinent signs. And it is a internal indication on rectal palpation, I have told to you. And many of the signs you can examine the middle uterine artery. It will be present on the broad ligament. It is an enlargement. It is a enlargement of an internal iliac artery. The iliac artery, which is supplying the genital organ, all the bloods, artery, internal iliac artery. When you will grasp this middle uterine artery, which is present to the broad ligament and supplying to the horns, so you will feel like a whirring sounds. This will be when you are feeling the size as gradually advancement of pregnancy will be seen, will you see that will be similarly there will be enlargement of the middle uterine artery all along will be enlargement, similarly enlargement. जैसे जैसे प्रेगनेंसी का स्टेज बढ़ेगा उसी प्रकार से जो साइज होता है मिडिल यूट्राइन आर्टरी का वो साइज बढ़ेगा और उसमें एक साउंड प्रोड्यूस होता है व्हेन यू विल स्टॉप, व्हेन यू विल पिंच दैट आर्टरी you will feel some different sound of going bloods. This is a vibration type. It will be feel like a vibrating something in the artery. बन से करेगा whirring sound produce होता है, right? This is internal indication, internal indications. And these slides have already have you touted, and so then no need to go back. And all you have studied. So in which I have told to you the method more commonly handled at the clinic is ultrasonography, X-ray method of diagnosis of pregnancy in case of bitch and cat. So in the all there are several ovulation at each times, and there is a specific characteristics. So as well as bitch having a multitocous animal, this animal ovulate multiple times. This animal ovulate number of ovulation will be more. So fetus or offspring numbers will be also more. However, by specific characteristic, there will be a spatial distribution mechanism operate even spacing of fetus through both कर्मा. ऐसा नहीं है एक बार में 4 बच्चा हो गया 4 बच्चा तो जहां तहां रह जाएगा. It is natural. There will be a spatial distribution. कुछ बच्चे कुछ fetus एक दूसरे से अटैच नहीं होंगे, डिफरेंट वाइड होंगे ना. हालांकि however there are a number of fetus are more, but they are a spatial distribution by themselves. The uterus decide where will be the fetus. This is spatial mechanism operate ensure even spacing of fetus throughout the both cornua. It will be filled in both cornua. Even the corpus luteum, even though the corpus luteum on the opposite of the horn, but fetus will be filled in opposite of the horn, both in both horns. Differential diagnosis. Many a times you have been confused while going to examine the pregnancy diagnosis. Sometimes some people may grasp urinary bladder and come to know that this is uterus, and I have seen this and the student or any quack will see, will tell that the animal is pregnant, but it's not. Metritis, in metritis scales also the animal uterus is filled with the pus and look like that animal is pregnant, but nothing like that. Mummified fetus. Although these are the differential diagram. यहाँ नहीं होता है, इधर जाइए. Change observed during pregnancy in bovine birectal palpation. These are the slides you have been already taught. You will be given. I will give to you. You see here fetus and placentomes. At 90 days, this is the size of fetus. A placentome is small, and at 150 days, this is a distinct size. There will be enlargement of the fetus, and fetus size will be enlarging. Similarly, this fetus size is also enlarging. At out of reach at 23 days, fetus or the horn is having fetus will be not of your reach of your hand. It will be go inside the abdominal fluid. The size of the perimeters you see here. This is the side middle uterine tract diameters. You see here diameter at 150 days, 5 months. This is diameter of the arteries is increased 6.1 to 1.5 centimeters. This perimeters is strong. This is the size of the middle uterine artery. And you see here, this is the at 70 days. You see here, this is the asymmetry in the uterine hall. This is here, and this in all age of cattle, uterus lie on the floor of the abdominal cavity. In all age of the cattle, uterus lie on the floor of the abdominal cavity after the 4th month of pregnancy. You will not able to reach the. You will not able to catch this uterus after 4th month because it's gone deep into the floor of the abdominal cavity. After 45 to 55 days of gestation, pregnancy is usually easy for experienced veterinarians. Although this is a very experienced veterinarian can diagnose pregnancy at the month or at the day of 45. Not all, because it needs a very experience. People have to be experienced. Experienced doctor can examine at 45 days. First timers will not be able to differentiate the stage of the stage of parturitions. So I have told to you at 45 days to 55 days in early pregnancy, just you pinch your uterine horn, it will slip by your hand. You cannot catch. You see here at 90 days, the status of the horn is seen in the picture. Left horn of uterus containing fetus is larger than the right horn uterus containing fetal membrane and fetal fluid only. Here fetal fluid hoga, fetal membrane bhi hoga, but fetus will not be in the opposite horn in case of cattle. But in case of beech or so, there will be a fetus along with the fetal membrane in both the horn. Left ovary containing corpus luteum, you see here, and this is the inlet, this is outlet part, and gavitrus of 90 days, see here. Wait, 120 days, you see here, hand is approaching the uterine horn. Hand is approaching. Left horn of uterus containing fetus, right horn of uterus containing fetal and fetal membrane. But at erectile examination of a cow at the end of the 3rd month of gestation. 3rd month, you can catch it. You see here how it is gone beyond the reach of the hand. It's very difficult to grab through the hand. It goes down. Grab it left horn of the uterus. You see here how this is down, how this is going down. This is the difference at the end of 3 months. But at the end of the 4th month, you see here your hand is not able to follow this. Your hand is not able to touch or feel the fetus. just you will see the cervical portion, or the body of uterus you can see, but you cannot hold that both of the uterine hall. But at the day of 3 months or before that, you can hold the uterine hall, but you can lift also. But after beyond of 4 months, you cannot lift this uterine horns. So this is the difference. At that time, you cannot able to see the CL also, and ovary also is not able to reach. But you can only see, you can only diagnosed by the middle uterine artery. That artery will be the only to see the difference. And also the you cannot hold this, you cannot lift this uterine horn, you cannot lift it, but it will be a very tight, it will be straight, it will be flat. The horn or the cervical portion of the horn or body of the uterus will be flat, because this is tenacity, this is become tensile. So you cannot hold, you will not find any ovary or uterine horn inside the pelvic cavity, because it's go down to abdominal parts, abdominal floors. Rectal examination of a cow at the end of the 4th month of pregnancy. This is the, and broad, you see here, broad ligaments. This is the broad ligaments. And cervix, placentomes. You see here, this is the placentomal parts. It is telling, this is placentomes is help in developing or growing of the fetus. Development of the graviuterus, adrenal normal beyond the manual reach. At the month of the 5th month, you can see the fetus by ballotment techniques, by pushing your hand to the right flanks and just leave it, and there will be fetus will be rebound to your hand. This is the sign, or this is the external indication of the pregnancy. Ballotment methods. Ballotment is nothing but the rebouncing of the fetal membrane or the fetus. When you are pinching, or you, when you are when your hand in the form of fist, you push the right flanks, the fetus or fetal part will be rebound to your hand. Rectal examination of a cow at the 6th month of gestation, you see how it is beyond the reach of your hands. This is very difficult. In that circumstances, you will come to know the what you call the middle uterine artery, the only way by which you can know the pregnancy status of the animals. And here you see, after going at the 8th month of age, your hand is very much reachable to the head of the fetus, because the fetus is grown, this is well developed. So fetus hand, fetus forelimbs and head, you can touch it. At the 8th month, you will find, when you are going to examine any pregnant cow of 8th month, you will see the head of the animals. This is the head of animals. So flex limb articulate. This is the situation which is found in the 8th month of pregnancy in buffalo or cattle. Placentomes you see here in the side is placentome. Fixed limbs articulations is there. Now I will come to next topic. This is manual handling of retention of placenta. Another topic is manual handling of placenta. I will make you understand. Can you see my slides? Can all you can see?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So another topic is handling and management of retention of placenta. Most common case, very common case of retention of placenta are found in the field, either in the cow, buffalo, or in sheep, goat. And a goat is many a times you will see the retention of placenta problem. These animals, this is happened due to the incomplete detachments or the detached placental membrane if it is not able to come out from the uterus. So it is a problem. Many of the predisposing factor for this elements and many of the reasons behind this disease. Sometimes people say premature birth. When cow is going to abort at 7th month, certainly that cow will have retention of placenta. And when some cow is suffering, when some cow is pregnant with twin fetus, then the twin fetus are mostly premature birth. Many a times when animal is having twins, they will deliver very immature, a premature stage, and deliver his fetus. In that circumstances, animal will have problem of retention of placenta. This is very common. In an average cattle, within 8 hours, 8 to 12 hours, more commonly the fetus is come out from the uterus. But the problem aggravates when this fetal membrane is not coming out even after 12 hours or 8 hours. So this is the problem which is very much commonly encountered in the field, either in sheep and goat also. This is the premature birth predisposing factor. Twins are usually premature. Heat stress. Heat stress is also one of the factors which involve in retention of placenta. Placentitis. Sometimes placenta is having inflammation. It's called placentitis. Placentitis. Uterine inertia due to dropsy of fetal membranes. Sometimes uterine inertia. What is uterine inertia? When there is no any activity in the contraction and dilatation of the uterine muscles, this is called the uterine inertia. That times animal will not have any, will not generate any labor pain. This is uterine inertia. And uterine inertia is many a times happen due to the dropsy of fetal membrane, because the fetal membrane is retained with the fluid which is giving pressure over the uterine uterus layer, uterus membrane on the uterus. So uterine inertia may be mainly due to the dropsy of fetal membrane. Deficiency of vitamin E or selenium deficiency lead to this retention of placenta. And there are many other reasons. Sometimes this is known as RFM or ROP. RFM is what? Retained fetal membranes. ROP is the retention of fetal membrane, retention of placenta. This is this abbreviation which is commonly used. Sometimes a case is coming to your clinics and you will not say the placenta or retention, just say the RFM or ROP case. And here you see how this is cotyledon and crankles are attached. You see this is purse string suture like this. And you see this is the carancle part, this is cotyledon's part. Non-engulfing cotyledons. You see how this is cotyledon. Cotyledon part is from the fetal part and carancle part is the maternal part. Apical enlargement of fetal membrane. You see here how this is shown here. Uterine wall, how this is attached. This is interdigitization methods through which the fetal cotyledons and maternal caruncles will be attached to the crypt of the maternal caruncles. And retention of fetal membrane or retained placenta usually is defined as failure to expel fetal membrane within 24 hours after parturitions. Normally, expulsion occurs 3 to 8 hours after calf delivery. The incidence in healthy dairy cow is 5 to 50%, whereas the incidence of beef cow is lower. The incidence is increased by abortions. Sometimes animals is having the brucellosis or mycotic abortion, dystocia, twin birth, stillbirth, hypocalcemia. These are the factors which aggravate or predispose the animal for the retention of placenta. If animal is suffering from dystocia, certainly you will handling fetus very roughly, and that give pressure on the uterine fetal membrane or uterus, and that uterus become the very relaxed or very much, it will not have any tensile, it will be very relaxed or very plasticity will be developed, and the animal will have very common problem of expulsion also, the prolapse parts also, prolapsing of the genitalia, very common. So when animals suffering from prolapse, there will be a region of twin birth, dystocia, hypocalcemia, high environmental temperature, advanced age of cow, premature birth. This region, this is the etiology which is also related with the retention of fetal membranes. Nutritional disturbance. Cow with retained fetal membrane are at increased risk of metritis. If cow is suffering from ROP or RFM problems, there is a chance of development of metritis and displacements of the embolism and mastitis also. Because fetal membrane, when it's retained, the pus will come out, the infection of putrefaction will be started, and that putrefying bacteria or the bacteria of all and other bacteria, pathogenic bacteria, will also go and travel to the udder, and through udder, through it will go inside the udder, and they create a problem of mastitis. Mastitis is one of the biggest problem when cow is suffering from ROP. After parturition is very much common. It is very much common, very common. RFM can be avoided if following prophylactic measures are to be adopted. ROP can be avoided. ROP or RFM can be avoided if following prophylactic measures are to be adopted, which are during 8 months of pregnancy in cattle and 9 months of pregnancy in buffalo, feed germinated ground. Many a time, animal is given at the last month of pregnancy, starting from 7 months. If you are feeding them a germinated gram, it has to be grinded and cooked by adding salt or jaggery, feed along with the water. And this is the factors which help in preventing the this RFM case. The germinated gram is fed increasing quantity 1/4, sometimes 1/2. This is tapering part. When you are you cannot start this feeding at a time. Slowly. First you give 1/4, then provide in the diet 1/2, then 3/4, and 1 kg per day for 15 to 20 days. Injecting 100 to 150 milligram of sodium selenite or 500 milligram vitamin E also at 20 days prior to calving, it will help. It will it will be help in preventing the RFM cases. And Evion capsule is come, and in the name of Evion capsule, vitamin E is available in the market. And in number 3, Evion capsule of total 3 are to be fed daily for 8 days. Shifting of animal 5 to 10 days prior to calving to nearing parturition state, where parturition are made. Each animal can be see other animals. These are the factors which is involved in preventing of the RFM. Shifting of animal prior to calving, near parturition state. Allow animal to move freely in open space for about an hour because this will help in exercise, or this will help in streaming or the animals, or this will help in activity in the animals, increase in activity. The retention of placenta is more commonly found in the animal which is having is not giving any exercise. So if the animal is not fit, it will help in development of RFM case. Feeding mineral mixture, you see here, iodine, sodium, selenite, in addition to feeding vitamin A, is very much essential. In green grass or hay, it is having such type of minerals. If good quality legume, grass or gram are fed, selenium gets supplemented easily. You cannot purchase if you are feeding. You should not purchase if you are feeding legume, grass or gram. You can get the vitamin E of certain quantity. Injection 30 to 50 international unit of oxytocin after calving can be repeated. Day 1 to 2 more times. And what is the treatment line of RFM? First of all, you should know, first important line from my side is that manual removal of the placenta is very much contraindicated. It is contraindicated. It should not be done. But it is also a limitation. You can do it, but but care should be there that animal should not have any pyrexia. If animal is suffering from any kind of pyrexia, that animal should not be manually removal. That animal will not be handled for the manual removal of the placenta. Manual removal you cannot do, and unless animal is healthy or animal not having any pyrexia. So if cow is suffering from any infectious or pyrexia condition, you should not remove placenta by manual. It is contraindicated. Ecbolic agents, sometimes PGF2 alpha have been given. Oxytocin
Hello.
also can be given. हाँ बोलो हेलो
सर क्यों कॉन्ट्राइंडिकेटेड होता है फीवर में?
फीवर में there is, if you are giving tractions, so sometimes you are creating pressures and it will help in bleeding also. When you will remove, it will be only against the attachments, so it will pull the caruncles part also, caruncles of the materna. This is the very fragile, and it is you can artery will be ruptures. Artery, the blood supplying artery will be ruptures, and there will be huge bleedings. And if animal is having any infection, so then all the infection will be spread throughout the body. Animal will go septicemic stage, and hypovolemia will be the cause of death. So manual removal should not be to be routine practice. It is unless it is very much essential, and you should not to use, and it is contraindicated, but ऐसा नहीं है, you can use it, but animal should not have any fever or praxia or infections. It should be ensured that animal is not suffering from fever. So it is the reason, these are the reason, that is a reason which is due to that this is contraindicated. Manual removal, if you are doing, you are giving again tensile or giving the traction to the placenta, and that placenta, you know, it is very interdigitization method through which this is attached, fetal cotyledons and maternal crib. Because of that, due to the failure of the lack of the detachments, it is very difficult for expulsion of the fetal membrane. And if you are doing it by manual, it will create a problem. So manual removal should not be used as a routine practice. Ecbolic agents, but in the field, many vets are removing by manual removing and getting money. ऑनर को कहा जाता है कि भाई 8 घंटा हो गया, अब ये सरना स्टार्ट हो गया, जल्द से जल्द रिमूव करना होगा, इसलिए तो प्रॉब्लम आ जाएगा। तो लोग कुछ एक्टिविटी दिखाने के लिए रिमूव कर देते हैं, लेकिन हम लोग क्या करते हैं, कोई जिस तरह का कोई केस आया इस तरह से, और बड़ा ही मान लिया जाए रेफर्ड केस है, इन दैट कंडीशन फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल I put intrauterine antibacterial bolus. Many are coming in the market in the form of Furia bolus, Lixen bolus, Kleenex bolus. You should give 3 or 4 bolus inside the uterus, put it for the over 24 hours or 12 hours. After that, you should handle manual removal unless animal should not have any pyrexia. If pyrexia is there, you should first give antibacterial parenterals and locally also. Ecbolic agents has also been tried. PGF2 alpha and oxytocin are less beneficial. Even estrogen has been used for removing of the placenta. Intrauterine broad spectrum antibiotics should be given daily for 7 days. If you are giving any bolus, Kleenex bolus, 4 bolus daily for 7 days, there will not be any metritis problem. If you are leave it left over without any treatment for more than the 7 days, animal will have developed a pyometra or metritis or uterine disease, and that will affect the future fertility of this animal. So you cannot left over this without any supervision or without any, if you are not monitoring this case, the animal will develop pyometra or metritis, a severe pyometra. In that condition, हेलो हेलो, हाँ डॉक्टर। हाँ, थोड़ा सा वही क्लास चल रहा था, मैं तुरंत आ रहा हूँ। ठीक ठीक, ओके। हाँ हेलो। हाँ, तो आप लोग को समझ में आ रही है जो हम पढ़ा रहे हैं? हेलो
यस
हेलो,
सर, आ
फास्ट हो
रहे।
जा रहे थे,
क्या बोल रहे हो?
थोड़ा फास्ट हो जा रहा है सर।
बोलो, कोई प्रॉब्लम है तो बेझिझक बात कर सकते
सर बहुत फास्ट हो जा रहा है सर।
हो। क्या फास्ट हो जा रहा है भाई?
तो
सर
जल्दी जल्दी
इतना फास्ट बोलते हैं सर कि पकड़ने में ही समय निकल जाता है सर कि क्या बोल रहे हैं।
अच्छा ठीक है, ये बताइए आप लोग को कि आप पूछ सकते हैं, कोई दिक्कत है तो पूछिए, हम पूछ रहे हैं आपसे। आप बताइए, क्या समझ में नहीं आया तो हम
दिक्कत
हिंदी।
नहीं है सर।
देखिए, जब कोई केस आता है, देखिए ये टाइम हो रहा है 40 मिनट, तो ये ऑटोमेटिक कट जाएगा। एक बार अटेंडेंस तो आप लोग भेज ही दीजिएगा, हम थोड़ा स्क्रीन कैप्चर कर लेते हैं, ठीक है। और कोई प्रॉब्लम हो तभी क्लास चलेगा। इन बिटवीन क्लास, इन द मीन टाइम ऑफ क्लास, यू कैन आस्क, you can discuss if you have any problem. After doubt, after this class, you should go and learn the books. You will have, if you have any doubt, it will be clear after my class. And when
सर, ये
anyone,
पीपीटी साइट पर
अभी हम भेजेंगे ये पीपीटी साइट पर, हम डॉक्टर अजीत को दे देंगे, he will upload and it will be available. Okay.
ठीक है।
ये सब चीज तो जान, तो ये सब केस में बड़ा ही सावधान से लीवर एक्सट्रैक्ट देते हैं, डी कॉम्प्लेक्स देते हैं, एंटाहिस्टामिन भी जरूरी है, क्योंकि जब रिटेंशन ऑफ प्लेसेंटा होता है तो हिस्टामिन रिलीज होता है, ठीक है। तो सब ध्यान देना है, और ऐसा नहीं है कि बहुत ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लम है हैंडल करने में। quacks or none other than veterinarians are treating very well, and you all are the doctors, so it will not have any problem in treating. You will be a best veterinary doctor ना। और हम लोग जो है फिर यहाँ पे क्लिनिकल केस में जब आप लोग आओगे लॉकडाउन के बाद, यू विल सी हियर। ओके, so equalic agent PGF2 alpha is also tried. Methergine, known as a come in the market in the brand name of Intas, is having Methergine like combination, which is known as what, I am just forgetting it. Oxytocin you can also give. 5 to 10 international unit of oxytocin help in removing of the placenta. Melanoverin तो हम बताया ये कंट्रा इंडिकेटेड है। This is the all about the failure of the detachments. When animal is very failure to detach, really a problem. You see here the pictures is showing how this case will be presented to you. Here you see the placenta, retention of placenta. In goat you see here the retained fetal membranes. In goat you see here retained fetal membranes. There you see in a mare it's having. This is the situation. This is the calenca. This is the placentomes. This is joints. This is in figure. This is the figure, but not like that in the uterus. Real, it will not. It is just make you to understand how the uterine horn or the fetus is found, and in the uterus. You see, this is the uterine horns. Under which this is the fetal membrane. This is fetal membranes. This is what? This is cotyledons, and this is maternal crypts. You see caruncles having crypts. This is the interdigitation. This become the placentomes, and this is the situation which is found in the uterus. So all about today, and if you have any query, you can ask.